What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and we're going to be going over a new leak for Naruto Blazing. And this is, as you can see here, man, I hated that the stupid mouse doesn't show on OBS, but there's a picture right here, and wait, here, this one I translated already, and thanks to Ayataka0717, we have this scan from Shonen Jump. And it talks about the new game mode that I briefly mentioned when there was the Itachi leak. So what we can see in the picture here is this is like a reward, and this is like a character selection screen. And over here, once again, there's no, okay, print screen, paint, and paste. Okay, so we got this screen right here is the rewards. This is the character select screen, and over here we see the like a picture of a QB. So what we know from looking at this, or just a quick and brief translation, is there is 20 maps, and this seems to be some sort of survival mode. And each 5 maps, or roughly along that lines, rewards you something, and it seems like the rewards are pretty bad, but we're hoping that that's not the case. It's like 1 strength, 1 health pill, you got some friend points, and you got some Ryu. So I feel like something's off about that, considering that there's 20 maps and the highest reward is something as simple as what you can find in like story mode. But that one's a little funky. But what is interesting is she translated it somewhere right here. So sounds like, I don't know what the exclamation point is, becomes the first reward abilities release item. So from what it seems like, there's something, ability release item, kind of sounds like a way to unlock a dupe without a dupe, or get that extra ability. So that's kind of interesting, and if that's in, I think it's really cool, because there's a bunch of characters that get really good with abilities. For example, Shikamaru Shippuden one, the one that came out with Tamari, he gets a lot better because each one of his abilities are increased in mobilization rate. It starts off at 40, you get like five dupes or whatever, and boom, he's at 90% mobilization rate. So if there was a method to getting these release items, or ability unlock items, and this is it, that sounds really cool. It sounds like you can only get once, but maybe it's something that occurs over some time or resets. And the other thing I wanted to go over is this. Okay, so it talks about the difficulty, or sorry, I didn't take a look at the picture, so I don't know if it's a guy or girl. But okay, so is the degree of difficulty can't be. It's like we gotta work with the. Oh no! Why did it untranslate everything? Okay. So talking about the degree of difficulty. So the translations are always going to be a little bit off, right? Because it's done through Bing. It's not exact translation, but we can kind of make do with what it says. So it says, yes, that's true. Difficulty of Itachi. So for all we know is that it's going to be hard. Not that Itachi was too hard or anything, it's just Itachi was obnoxious. But at least in terms of Bandai's eyes, it's going to be difficulty of Itachi. And what you can see, if you go back to this, alright, the 20 maps, you can see that there's the QB right there, right? You can see the tails, the tails. So you can see the tails. So what this means to me is that there'll be waves, I guess, and you'll just fight bosses at certain points, or each stage will be some sort of boss, because we've had plenty of bosses, right? They can just toss anyone. If you count all the emergency missions, the strikes, the raids, these impact missions, you got enough bosses for 20 maps. So that's another thing. I want to now go over this. As you can see here, there's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 characters, but it seems like 6 characters that you personally own, not 6 characters, like 5 plus 1 for friend. And there's 18 in total. So one of the other things that was translated was that so okay, and the difficulty of a Weasel solo limited to restricted. What? Okay, so this is probably talking about and the difficulty of it being solo or being it restricted to solo, and then the response is with a friend, and because there may be possibility of multiplayer. So possibility of multiplayer, right? That's good to hear. 1 6-star characters take a total of 18 characters or departure. So essentially what I think it means is 1 set of 6-star character, sorry, not 1 set, 1 group of 6 characters, and then three of those groups, so a total of 18. And you can where's the main one? Written here somewhere, but it said you can swap between the 3 teams. Oh well. But it was written somewhere that you can swap between the 3 teams. So you got 18 characters that you can use, and all 3 teams, you know, you can swap. We don't know how you can swap or how they're going to implement it, whether it's in between stages, maybe every 5 stages or something like that. You can swap between them, but you can have 18 characters up in here. So for those of you guys who've been limit breaking, this is probably going to be somewhat helpful, having all those extra characters. You know, having a lot of characters up to par or leveled up seems to be really useful here. I think that's about everything that we can go over. There wasn't really much else. I want to go double check the Reddit aspect of it. Translating wise, there doesn't seem to be anything too crazy. This is someone like kind of translated it. 20 floor dungeon, and at the end of it you can unlock an ability unlock item. There's other rewards as well. 3 teams and change them as you advance. So that about covers everything, I believe. Let's see, we can see a team fighting QB, so it's easy to assume that all the giant bosses will be in the Naruto Road mode. I'm all for the new mode. Okay, that's just a person's opinion. And when the Itachi scan came out, it said March, or not March, spring. So I hope it's springtime. I mean, if I look outside, I still see snow. So maybe not. The snow up on the top banner. Please, spring be next week. But hopefully this meets some of our expectations, or this is what we've been waiting for Blazing. Something new, something to refresh the game, so it's not just constant farming for characters that you never use. At least this gives us something to use those characters in. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.